Hey guys, I'm back with another AJ's Impostor Humans Q&A. Now that the video series has ended, let's answer some questions. Who is your favorite character in the mod? If I could choose just one character as my favorite, I would say Paulina. I feel like I would be friends with her, even the original pick. Will there be sprites to test them? With every video in the series, I added like all the assets to my FNF stuff Google Drive folder. You can find that in the description below. Do you draw everything in Adobe Animate? The sprites? Yes. The concept doodles? No, I just paid for those. Okay, this is a long one. If all of them played a game of Uno, who would start losing but then win, but then start winning? Or the other way around? Chef would start losing but then start winning, and Powers is the other way around. Who would do the most random stuff ever? Black. He doesn't really play Uno. Who would win by an actual strategy? Paulina. I'd say she's probably the best one at the game. Who would lose by an actual strategy? Dave. He overthinks too much. Yeah. Who would rage once lost? Griffin. He's the type to get baby rage mad after losing games. It takes a few minutes to get over it. Who would over-exaggerate their win? Powers. Without a doubt. He would be so annoying about it. Who does not care about losing and winning? Black. Doesn't, yeah. Who would have 30 plus cards? Yancey. He would have so many cards. You start feeling sorry for him if you were playing against him. Who would be that one person who doesn't have a color and keeps drawing more and more cards as they keep getting cards, which isn't the color they need? Both Yancey and Ray. The difference is that Ray doesn't get over 30 cards. It'd be more like 15, 20. Who would be the person that's actually normal? Miguel. He doesn't go in with the game time, he just goes with the flow. Okay, that's all for that question. Will instrumentals and vocals release eventually? Recently I added the separate instrumentals and vocals to my FNF stuff Google Drive folder along with some LPs. I'll release the beat oversight once I make the visualizers for those. Does Winter do well with children? Specifically Lexi. He doesn't like them. Greg is an exception because he eats to himself most of the time, but he would not like Lexi. Identity Crisis when? I don't plan on making a monotone design, but if I were to cover Identity Crisis, I would use Black as the main figure instead of monotone, since she's a shapeshifter in this universe. And instead of Black being the third character that's shapeshifted into, it would be Winter. Are Red and Green looking for a third? No. But if you self-ship with either of them, I would not stop you at all. Go crazy. What inspired you to make AJ's Impostor Humans? I saw a bunch of people on Twitter making human designs for the characters and decided I would join in, and 8 months later, here we are! Series done. Wow. What's Paulina's favorite flower? Pink carnations. Are you gonna make this a whole mod, or is this just for fun? I'm not gonna make it a full mod. That would be too much work. I have enough work already with FNF mods. Does Paulina have her own lover, Shella? I have not designed any Shella, so no, I have no idea who Shella is either. How long did Parasite Black sprites take? About 2 to 3 days. It was so a while, yeah, a little longer than I usually take. The second question, I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Would Paulina be friends with Piku from Versus Human? No. Nope, absolutely not. Jada from Human Hijinks? Probably, yeah. And Penny from Stardust Swap. I haven't seen that mod. Would Black watch horror movies? Yeah. How long have Ray and Griffin been together? I'd say about 7-10 years, give or take. What's Ray's new chromatic based on? I voice Ray. That's my voice. You're the chromatic. What was your design inspo for most of them? Was it mostly based off of personality? I mean, kinda. I explained some of them in the last Q&A. Chef and Butch are based off Mario and Luigi, but that's kind of it since last time. Which was the trickiest to design? I wouldn't say any of them were tricky. I already said like Greg took the longest, but he wasn't tricky to design. If you had to go back, what would you change first, if anything at all? I'm pretty satisfied with how the series turned out. I wouldn't change anything. Which of them is your favorite design? Choosing just one, still Paulina. You can't go wrong with Deku Inspiration. What spread are you most proud of? I think my top 2 best sprites ever are Parasite Black and Normal Black. I'm really proud of how those came out. Any future plans for these designs? I've seen people turn them into normal. I've seen people turn their designs into normal OCs, but I don't have any plans for that. They'll stay mongers. Which of them is the most chewable? I mean, Gumpy, I guess. Do you ever plan on doing random covers with them, but at returns, or just leaving them in the dust? They'll still show up on my channel. The end of the series just means there won't be any new additions in the playlist. I'll probably still make human designs whenever I feel like it. There just won't be any new character sprites. Like, here's the design I made for Week 1 Black. Different person than the Impostor. It's a different story, but yeah. What about doodles of them? I'll still doodle them here and there. I still like drawing them. Do you plan on saying all the lore or just keeping info spread through random info dumps? The second one, just ask and I'll answer. And for the final question, what are you gonna do in the future? Honestly, just work on more videos and mods. I have a cover with Ray in the works. I just gotta do other stuff first. And that's the end of the Q&A. Probably, I think it was a little shorter than the last one, but yeah. Thank you all so much for the support on Agents of Plastic Humans. It means a lot to me. 8 months, to me, is a long time. That being said, thanks for watching and subscribe. Bye!
Bitch, why you acting thus? Why you acting thus? Why you acting thus now? Stupid little bitch. Why you acting like a boss? Why you acting like a monster?